Hi everyone! Hello. My name is Emma Baker, and I'm the director of this very production of Hamlet. I just wanted to take a moment to point out the emergency exit located right over there. It's the way it came. Upon activation of a fire alarm or other emergency where immediate evacuation is required, please proceed calmly to the exterior of the building and follow directions from campus police or the fire department. Please remain outside the building until an all clear has been given by police or fire department officials before re-entering the building. Our show today has a runtime of about 2.5 hours with a 15-minute intermission. Please note that today's show includes strobe light effects, as well as depictions of violence, blood, grief, and suicidal ideation. There are more detailed content warnings in your program if that's something that would be helpful to you. At this time, I would like to kindly ask that you all turn off your cell phones and silence all your devices. Additionally, it doesn't seem to be a problem right now, but additionally, just be mindful of any bags or personal items that are in this aisle space here, just because our actors will be walking, performing, maybe even sword fighting a little in this space. So we very much appreciate you being mindful of that. Yes, so thank you so much for supporting this show and the Shakespeare Society. I could not be more proud to present this production of Hamlet. Enjoy the show.
Speak to it. Tush, tush, will not appear. Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story. What we have too, 19.
Well, sit we down and let us hear Bernardo speak of this.
Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made his course to illume that part of heaven where now it burns. Marcellus and myself, the bell of the meeting one.
Peace! Break thee off! Look, where it comes again.
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Marcellus.
Looks like. It harrows me with fear and wonder.
Would be spoken to.
Question it, Bernardo.
What art thou that you surface this time of night, together with that fair, warlike form in which the majesty of Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven I charge thee, speak. She stalks away.
Stay, speak, speak, I charge thee, speak. Did not like the king? 'Tis strange, thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour with Marshal Stock having gone by her law. In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the grosser scope of my opinion this bodes some strange eruption to our state. But soft, behold, lo where it comes again.
I'll cross it, though blasphemy. Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to that, which happily, foreknowing, may avoid, speak of it. Or, if thou hast afforded in thy life extorted treasures in the womb of earth, for which they say you spirits often walk in death, speak of it, stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus.
Shall I strike my partisan? Do if it will not stand.
'Tis here?
'Tis here. 'Tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical, to offer it the show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and our vain blows malicious mockery.
I was about to speak when the cock crew.
Break we our watch up, and by my advice, let's impart what we have seen tonight unto Hamlet, for upon my life, the spirit dumb to us will speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray. And I this morning know who we shall find most conveniently.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we as 'twere with a defeated joy, with an auspicious and a dropping eye, with mirth and funeral, and with dirge and marriage, an equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along. For all, our thanks. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suits. What is it, Laertes? You cannot speak of reason to the date and lose your voice. Well, wouldst thou beg, Laertes, that would not be my offer, not thy asking? The head is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father. What wouldst thou have, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France, from whence though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty at your coronation. But now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend once more towards France, and bow them before your gracious leave and pardon.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and thy best graces spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet and my son.
Little more than kin, and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know'st 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Ay, madam, 'tis common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play, but I have that within which passeth show, these but the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father. That father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow. But to persever in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. You are the most immediate to our throne, and with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart toward you. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire. And we beseech you, bend you to remain here, in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall, in all my best, obey you, madam.
Why, 'tis a loving and a fair reply. Be as ourself in Denmark, madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart, in grace whereof no jocund health that Denmark drinks today, but the great cannons to the clouds shall tell, and the kings rouse the heavens, all brewed again, re-speaking earthly thunder. Come away.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh God. How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. But 2 months then. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was to this Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother that he might not beteen the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth, must I remember? Why, she would hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on. And yet within a month, frailty thy name is woman. A little month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body, like Niobe all tears. Why, even she, oh God, a beast, that once discourse for reason would have mourned longer. Married to my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing of her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
I am very glad to see you. Good evening, sir. But what in faith make you from Wittenberg?
A truant disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear your enemy say so, nor shall you do mine ear that violence to make it shrewster of your own report against yourself. I know you are no druid. But what is your fare in Elsinore? Will teach you to drink deep ere you depart.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I pray thee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio, the funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I had seen that great Horatio. My father. He says he my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
He was a man. Take him for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Season your admiration for a while with an attent ear, till I may deliver, upon witness of these gentlemen, this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead vast and middle of the night, been thus encountered. A figure, like your father, appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by. Thrice he walked by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes, within his truncheon's length, whilst they, distilled almost to jelly with the act of fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This to me in dreadful secrecy impart they did, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, where, as they had delivered, both in time and form of the thing, each word made true and good, the apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Yet once methought it lifted up its head and did address itself to motion like as it would speak. But even then the morning cock crew loud, and that sound it shrunk in haste away and vanished from our sight.
'Tis very strange.
As I do live, my honor, lord, 'tis true. And we did think it writ down our duty to let you know of it.
Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. I would I had been there.
It would have much amazed you.
Very like. Stayed it long.
While one with moderate haste might tell 100,
His beard was grizzled, no?
it was, as I have seen it in his life, a sable silver.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. My father's spirit in arms? All is not well. I doubt some foul play when the night will come. Till then, sit still my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelming to men drives.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And dear sister, as the winds give benefit and convoys assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, in the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion, a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature. Forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. For nature, crescent does not grow alone and fuse in bulk, but as this temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and no soil nor caudal doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear his greatness weigh, his will is not his own. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain if with too credent ear you list his songs, or lose your heart or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out the shot and danger of desire. Be wary then, best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart, but, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles, like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of the dalliance treads, and recks not his own reed.
Oh, fear me not, I stay too long. But here my father comes. The double blessing is double grace, occasion smiles upon a second leave.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard, for shame! The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. There. My blessing with thee, and these few precepts in thy memory. See thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast in their adoption try, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel. But do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each new-hatched, unfledged comrade. Beware of entrance to a quarrel. But, being in, bear that the opposed may beware of thee. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
I do most humbly take my leave, my lord.
The time invites you, go, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I've said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is't, Ophelia, he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Marry, well bethought. 'Tis told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, as so 'tis put on me, and in that way of caution I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly as it behooves my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affections to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have taken these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind of the poor phrase running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love and honorable fashion.
Aye, fashion, you may call it. Go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, springes to catch woodcocks. I do know when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both. Even in their promise, as it is a making, you must not take for fire. In few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows. This is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this day forth, have you so slander any moment leisure as to give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
What hour now?
I think it lacks of 12.
Oh, it is struck.
Indeed. I heard it not. Then it draws near the season wherein the Spirit held his wont to walk. Look, my lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us.
Be thou a spirit of health, or goblin damned. Bring with thee airs from heaven, or blasts from hell. Be thy intents wicked or charitable. Thou comest in such a questionable shape that I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dane. Oh, answer me. Let me not burst in ignorance, but tell why thy canonized bones, hearsed in death, have burst their cerements. Why the sepulchre, wherein we saw thee quietly inurned, hath oped its ponderous and marble jaws to cast thee up again. What might this mean? That thou, dead corse, again in complete steel, revisited thus the glimpses of the moon, making night hideous, and we, fools of nature, so horridly to shake our dispositions, with thoughts beyond the reaches of our souls?
Say, why is this? Wherefore? What should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it, as if it's some impartment of desire to you alone. Look, with what courteous action it waves you to more moved ground, but do not go with it. No, by no means.
It will not speak, then I'll follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Why? What should be the fear? I do not set my life at a pin's feet. And for my soul, what can it do to that? Being a thing immortal as itself? It waves me forth again, I'll follow it.
What if it tempt you toward the flood, my lord, which might deprive your sovereignty of reason and draw you into madness?
It waves me still.
You shall not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands.
Be ruled. You shall not go.
My fate cries out. It makes each petty artery in this body as hardy as the Nemean lion's nerve. So am I called. Unhand me, gentlemen. By heaven, I'll make a ghost of him that lets me. I say, away.
Go on, I'll follow thee.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further. Mark me. I will.
My hour is almost come, where to sulphurous and tormenting flames must I render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak, then. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and in the day confined to fast and fires till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, their knotted and combined locks to part in each particular hair to stand on end like quills upon the fretful porpentine. But this eternal blazon shall not be to peers of flesh and blood. List, list, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love.
Oh God.
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder, most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I may, with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love, sweep to my revenge.
Now, Hamlet, here, 'tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death frankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
My prophetic soul, my uncle.
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit and traitorous gifts. Oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce. Won to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there for me, whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose natural gifts are poor to those of mine. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief, let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always in the afternoon. Upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole with juice of cursed Hebenon in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment, whose effects hold such an enmity with blood of man, that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched. Oh, horrible, oh, horrible, oh, horrible, if thou hadst nature in thee, bear it not. But howsoever thou pursuest this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. Adieu. Adieu. Hamlet, remember me.
Oh, you hosts of heaven. Oh, earth, what else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, fine. Hold my heart, and you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember thee. I, thou poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory, I'll wipe away all fond, trivial records, all saws of books, all forms and pressures past that youth and observation hath copied there, and thy commandment alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven, I have sworn it.
My lord? Lord Hamlet. Sure.
So be it. There's ne'er a villain dwelling in all Denmark, but he's an ne'er knave.
There needs no ghost, my lord. from the grave to tell us this?
Why, right, you are in the right, and so without more circumstance at all, I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You, as your business and desire, shall point you, for every man has business and desire, such as it is. And for mine own poor part, look you, I'll go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord.
I'm sorry they offend you heartily. Yes, speak heartily.
There's no offense, my lord.
Yes, by St. Patrick, but there is, Horatio, much offense too. Touching this vision here, it is an honest ghost. That let me tell you. For your desire to know what is between us, overmaster it as you may. And now, good friends, as you are, friends, scholars, and soldiers, give me one poor request.
What is it? My lord, we will.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I. Nor I, my lord, in faith.
On my sword.
You've sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
Swear.
Ah, boy, say'st thou so? Art thou there, true penny? Come on. You hear this fellow in the cellarage. Consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of this that you have seen. Swear by my sword.
Swear.
Come hither, gentlemen, and place your hands upon my sword. Never to speak of this that you have heard. Swear by my sword.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
And therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. But come here, as before, never. So help you mercy. How strange or odd soe'er I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think me to put an antic disposition on, that you at such time seeing me, never shall, with arms encumbered thus, or this head shake, or by pronouncing some doubtful phrase as well we know, or we could, and if we would, or if we list to speak, or there be, and if they might, or such ambiguous giving out to know that you know aught of me. This not to do. So grace and mercy at your most need help you. Swear.
Swear.
Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love, I do commend me to you. And what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do, to express his love and friending to you, God willing, shall not lack. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
So frightened.
With what? In the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, and down gyved to his ankles, pale as a shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous and purport as he could bring loose out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
And what said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus o'er his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head, thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to end his being and shatter his bulk. That done, he lets me go.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property fordoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I am sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my honored lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access.
That hath made him mad, as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go away to the king. This must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so call it? Sith the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that had put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time, so by your company to draw him on to pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion you may glean, whether aught, to us unknown, afflicts him thus, that opened lies within our remedy.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give ourselves in the full bent to lay our services freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son.
Heavens, make our practices and our presence pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? I assure my good liege, I hold my duty, as I hold my soul, both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do think that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that. That do I long to hear.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night, night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad call I it, for to define true madness, what is't but to be nothing else but mad. But let that go.
Now, more matter with less art.
Madam, I swear, I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then, and now remains that we find out the cause of this effect. I have a daughter, have while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience, mark, hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautiful, that's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase.
Hear this from Hamlet to her.
Good madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me, and more above, hath his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means, and place, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
My young mistress, thus I did bespeak, Lord Hamlet is a prince. Out of thy star this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repulsed, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence to a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves, and all we mourn for.
Do you think 'tis this?
It may be, very likely.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras, mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not from his reason fallen thereon, let me be no assistant for estate, but keep a farm and carters.
We will try it.
But look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Away, I do beseech you, go away. I'll board him presently. Give me leave. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God a mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. You are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
What do you read, my lord?
Words, words, words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Slanders, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber and plum tree gum, that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hands. All which, though I most powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For yourself, sir, should be old as I am, if like a crab you could go backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in't. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of the air. I will leave him and suddenly contrive a means of meeting between him and my daughter. My honored lord, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I would more willingly part withal, except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Very well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
You go to seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
God save you, sir.
My honored
My
lord!
My excellent good friends. How dost thou, Guildenstern? Ah, frozen grants. Good lads, how do ye both?
Happy in that we're not over happy. On Fortune's cap, we're not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe?
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favors?
Save her private suite.
Oh, the secret parts of Fortune. Most true, she is a strumpet. What's the news?
None, my lord, but that the world's grown honest.
It is doomsday near. But your news is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you, dear friends, deserved at the hands of Fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord.
Denmark's a prison.
Then is the world one?
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst.
We think that's our moment.
Why, then 'tis none to you. For there is nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, 'tis a prison.
Why, then your ambition makes it one just too narrow for your mind.
Oh God, I could be bound in a nutshell, and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams.
Which dreams indeed are ambition, for the substance of the ambitious is merely the shadow of a dream.
A dream itself is but a shadow.
Truly, and I hold ambition of so light and airy a quality that it is but a shadow.
Then are our beggars' bodies and our monarchs and outstretched heroes the beggars' shadows? Shall we to the court, for by my fay I cannot reason.
We'll wait upon you.
No such matter. I will not count you among the rest of my servants. For, to speak with you as an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord. No other occasion.
Beggar that I am even poor in thanks. But I thank you, friends, and sure my thanks are too dear a halfpenny. Were you not sent for? Is it a free visitation? Is it of your own inclining? Come, then, deal justly with me. Come, then, nay, speak.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. So shalt my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen molt no feather. I have, of late, though wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all customs of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily by my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, appears to me a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and movement, how express and admirable, in apprehension, how like a god! The beauty of the world. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me, no, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Then why did you laugh when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man. What Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you.
He who plays the king shall be welcome.
There are the players!
Gentlemen, you are welcome at Elsinore. Come then your hands, for the appurtenance of welcome is fashion and ceremony. Let me comply with you in this garb, lest my extents to the players, which I say must show fairly outward, should appear more like entertainment than yours. You are welcome, but my uncle father and aunt mother are deceived.
In what, my lord?
I am mad, but north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
Well be with you, gentlemen.
Hark you, Guildenstern, and you too. At each ear a hearer. This great baby you see before you is not yet out of his swaddling clouds.
And happily, the second time come to them, for they say an old man is twice a child.
I prophesy he comes to tell me of the players. Mark it.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
Buzz, buzz! You are welcome, masters, welcome all, and I am glad to see you well. Come, then, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech. Say on, come to Hecuba.
Oh who has seen the noble queen?
Moguls queen.
That's good. Moguls queen is good.
Run barefoot up and down, threatening the flames, where late the diadem stood, and for a robe about her lank in all o'er-teemed loins, who this had seen with tongue in venom steeped, in misfortune state would treason have pronounced. But if the gods themselves did see her, then when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport, and mixing with his sword her husband's limbs, the instant burst of clamor that she made. Oh, oh, oh! Unless things mortal with them not at all, would make milch the burning eyes of heaven, and passion in the gods.
Look whether he has not turned his color and has tears in his eyes. Pray you no more.
'Tis well. I'll have thee speak out the rest later.
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll hear a play tomorrow. Dost thou hear me, old friend? Can you play the murder of Gonzaga?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow night. You could, for a need, study a speech of some 12 or 16 lines that I would set down and insert in it. Could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that lord, and see you mock him not. My friends, I will leave you till night, but you are welcome at Elsinore.
Good, my lord.
Act so. God be with you.
Now I am alone. What a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so into his own conceit that from her working all his visage wanted? Tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing, for Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do, had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears, and cleave the general ear with horrid speech. Make mad the guilty, appall the free, confound the ignorant, and amaze, indeed, the very faculties of eyes and ears. Yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, peak, and can't say nothing. No, not for a king, upon whose property in most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Swoons I should take it, for it cannot be, but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall. Why, what an ass am I? This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father, murder, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must like a whore unpack my heart with words and fall a-cursing, like a very drab, a scullion. Fie upon it, foe, about my brain. I've heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before my uncle. I'll observe his looks, I'll tend him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. This spirit that I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape, yea, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds, more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman, but with much forcing of his disposition.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players were overwrought on the way. These we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They're about the court, and as I think they have already ordered this night to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter, with all my heart. And it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose on to these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too. For we have closely sent for Hamlet hither that he, as it were by accident, may hear of friendly feeling. Her father and myself, lawful espial, so bestow ourselves, that seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him as he is behaved, if it be the affliction of his love or no, that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey. And for your part, Ophelia, I do hope that it's your good beauties that are the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope that your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again. To both your honors. Madam, I wish it may. I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
To be, or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them? To die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep, to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this moral coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietest make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life? But that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others that we know not of.
Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment, with this regard the currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy horizons be all my sins remembered.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have long longed to deliver. I pray you now, receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. Take these for to the noble mind. Rich gifts, wax poor, when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
And if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty could translate beauty into its likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord. You made me believe so.
Well, you should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent honest, and yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between heaven and earth? We are errant knaves all, believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens!
If thou wilt marry, I'll give thee this blade for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. To a nunnery, go, farewell, or, if thou wilt needs marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. Get thee to a nunnery. Go, farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him!
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face and you make yourself another. You jig, you amble, you lisp, you nickname God's creatures, and you make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to. Oh, no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say, we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live, and the rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery, go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'ergrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the observed of all observers, quite down. An eye of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled, out of tune, and harsh. That unmatched form and feature of blown youth lasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to see what I have seen, see what I see.
Love? His affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatched and the disclosed will be some danger. Which for to prevent, I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England. For the demand of our neglected tribute, haply the seas and countries different, with variable object shall expel this something settled matter at his heart, whereon his brain still beating puts him thus from fashion of himself. What think you on it?
It shall do well. But yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love? How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all.
My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him. And I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madison, great ones must not unwashed go.
speak the speech I pray to you, as I pronounced it to you trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hands, but thus use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and, I might say, whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that gives it smoothness. I warrant your honor. Go, make you ready.
What ho, Horatio!
Here, sweet lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art e'en as just a man as e'er my conversation goes withal.
Oh, my dear lord.
There's a play tonight, before the king. One scene in it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I pray thee, when thou seest that act afoot, even with the very comments of thy soul, observe mine uncle. If his exalted guilt do not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen.
Well, my lord, if you steal out the loftus place playing escape detective, I will pay the theft.
There, come into the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent, faith. Of the chameleon's dish, I eat the air, promise crammed. You cannot feed capons so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine now. My lord, you played once in the university, you say?
That did I, my lord, and was accounted a good actor.
What did you enact?
I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed at the Capitol. Brutus killed me.
'Twas a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready?
Aye, my lord, they stay upon your patience.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet. Sit by me.
No, dear mother. Here's metal more attractive.
Oh, do you mark that?
My lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean, my head upon your lap?
I, my lord?
Did you think I meant country matters?
I think nothing, my lord.
That's a fair thought to lie between a maid's legs.
What is, my lord?
Nothing.
Full 40 years are past, their time is gone, since happy time joined both our hearts as one. And now the blood which filled my youthful veins runs weakly in their pipes, and all the strains of music which whilom please my ear is now a burden that age cannot bear. And therefore sweet nature must pay its due, to heaven must I, and leave the earth with you.
Oh, say not so, lest you kill my heart. When death takes you, let life from me depart.
Wormwood, wormwood.
The instincts that second marriage move are base respect of thrift, but none of love. A second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed.
I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft we break, that our devices still are overthrown, our thoughts are ours, their ends none of our own. So think thou wilt no second husband wed, but die thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead.
Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife. If once a widow, ever I be wife.
If she should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn, sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile a tedious day. Sleep.
Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
How like you this play, madam?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in it?
They do but jest. Poison in jest, no offense in the world.
What do you call the play?
The Mousetrap.
This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
As good as a chorus, Robert.
Thoughts dark, hands apt, drugs fit, and time agreeing. Confederate season, else no creature see. Thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, with Hecte's ban, thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, usurp immediately.
He poisons him in the garden for his estate. His name's Gonzago. We shall see anon how the murderer earns the love of Gonzago's wife.
The king rises.
What frightened with false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give over the play. Give me some light. Away.
Lights! 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 Oh, good Horatio. I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Didst perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the voice mate?
I did very well note it.
Aha, come some music, come the recorders. For if the king liked not the comedy, why then, belike he likes it not purdy, come some music.
Could my lord vouchsafe me a word with you?
Sir, a whole history.
The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's command. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the end of my business.
Sir, I cannot.
What, my lord?
Make you a wholesome answer. My wit's diseased. But to the matter, my mother, you say?
And thus she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
Oh, wonderful son that can so astonish a mother. But come, is there no sequel at the heel of my mother's admiration? Impart.
She desires to speak with you in her closet or you go to bed.
We will obey were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you did once love me.
So I do still.
Good my lord, what is your cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your griefs to your friend.
Look, the recorders. Let me see one. To withdraw with you, why do you go about to recover the wind of me, as if you would drive me into a toil?
My lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmannerly.
I do not well understand that. Would you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
'Tis as easy as lying. Govern these ventages with your fingers and thumb, give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, here are the stops.
These cannot I command any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Look you now, how unworthy a thing you make of me. If you would play upon me, you would claim to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music. Excellent voice in this little organ. Yet cannot you make it speak? Swoons, do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you can fret me, yet you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord the queen would speak with you, and presently.
Do you see yonder cloud? That's almost in the shape of a camel.
By the mass, and 'tis like a camel indeed.
Methinks 'tis like a weasel.
It is backed like a weasel,
Or like a whale.
very like a whale.
And I will come to my mother by and by. If fool me to the top of my bench, I will come by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. 'Tis now the very butching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion into the world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look upon.
Soft! Now to my mother. Oh, heart, whose
use not thy nature. Let not ever the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this be hypocrites. Howsoever in my words she be shent, to give them seals, never my soul consent.
My lord is going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras I'll convey myself to hear the process. Fare you well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere I go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense's ring. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray can I not? Though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause, where I shall first begin and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force that we be forestalled ere we come to fall, and pardon being down? Then I'll look up. My fault is past. But oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder, that cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense. In the corrupted currents of this world, offense's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself buys out the law. But 'tis not so above. There is no shuffling. There, the action lies in his true nature. And we ourselves compelled even to the teeth and forehead of our faults to give in evidence. What then? What rests? Try what repentance can. What can or not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state! Help, angels! Make essay. Bow, stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel, make soft the sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well.
Now might I do it pat. Now he is praying. And now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. And so I am revenged. That would be scammed. A villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven. This is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, all his crimes broad blown, as flush as May. And how his audit stands, who knows, save heaven? But in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy with him. And am I then revenged? To take him in the purging of his soul, when he is fit and seasoned for his passage?
No! Up sword, and know thou a more horrid hint. When he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at gaming, swearing, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in it, then should him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul may be as damned and black as hell, whereto it goes. My mother stays. This physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Pray you be round with him.
Mother, mother, mother.
I warrant you, fear me not. Withdraw. I hear him coming.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, come, sit you down.
You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt thou murder me? Help, help, no! What? Help, help, help!
How now? A rat? Dead for a ducat, dead!
Oh, I am slain.
Oh me, what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this!
Bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, lady, 'twas my word. How wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the blush and grace of modesty, that calls virtue hypocrite, that takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love and sets a blister there. Such a deed that from the body of contraction plucks the very soul. Sweet religion make a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face doth glow, yea, this solidity and compound mass with tristful visages against the doom is thought sick at the act.
I me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look you upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on his brow. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all. Or but the sickly part of one true sense could not so mope. Shame! Where is thy blush? Rebellious hell, if thou canst mutine in a matron's bones, to flaming youth let virtue be as wax, and melt in its own fire. Proclaim no shame when compulsive ardor takes charge, for frost as actively doth burn, and reason panders will.
Oh, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter in my ear. Oh, no more, sweet Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain.
No more!
A king of shreds save me. And hover over me with your wings. Oh, you heavenly guard, what your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do not come, your tardy sun to chide that lapsed in time and passion. Let's go by the important acting of your dread command. Oh, say,
Do not forget. This visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting spirit, conceit in weakest body's strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet. How is it with you, lady?
Whereon do you look?
on him, on him. Look you how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects, and what I have to do will want true color, tears perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Nor do you nothing hear?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look, you how he steals away, my father in his habit as he lived. Look how he goes, even now out at the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain, this bodiless creation. Ecstasy is very cutting in.
Ecstasy? My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time, and makes most healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Mother, for love of grace, do not apply that mattering unction to your soul, that it is not your trespass, but my madness that speaks. It will but skin and film the ulcerous spot, whilst rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what is past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me this, my virtue, for in the fatness of these pursy times, virtue itself must of vice pardon beg, yea, curb and woo for leave to do him good.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Throw away the worser part of it, and live the purer with the other half. Good night. But go not to mine uncle's bed. Assume a virtue. Once more, good night. And when you are desirous to be blessed, all blessing beg of you. For this same Lord I do repent. But heaven hath pleased it so, to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him, and will answer well the death I gave him. So once more, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins, and worse is left behind. One word more, good lady.
Be thou assured, if words be made breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast sent to me.
I must to England, you know that?
Alack, I had forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, and my two schoolfellows, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work. For 'tis the sport to have the engineer hoist with his own petard. And it shall go hard, but I will delve 1 yard below their minds and blow them at the moon. 'Tis most sweet when in one line two crafts directly meet. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighbor room. Good night, mother.
We will now have a 15-minute intermission.
lord, what have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind when both contend, which is the mightier. In his lawless fit, behind the arras, hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, a rat, and in this brainish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed. It had been so with us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us, whose providence should have kept short restraint and out of haunt this mad young man, but so much was our love, we would not understand what was most fit, and like the owner of a foul disease, to keep it from divulging, let it feed even on the pith of life. Where is he gone?
To draw apart the body he hath killed.
O Gertrude, come away. The sun no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will ship him hence. Ho, Guildenstern, friends both, go join you with some further aid. Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain, and from his mother's closet hath he dragged him. Go seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you haste in this. Oh, come away, Gertrude. My soul is full of discord and dismay.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet! Lord Hamlet!
What noise? Who calls on Hamlet?
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Pounded it with dust. Whereto 'tis kin.
My lord, you must tell us where it is, that we may take it thence and bear it to the chapel.
Do not believe it.
Believe what?
That I can keep your counsel and not mine own.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
Agreed, my lord. Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms is eaten at him. Your worm is your only emperor for your diet. We fat all creatures else to fat us, and we fat ourselves for the maggots. Your fat king and your lean beggars, but variable service. 2 dishes to the same table. That's the end.
Alas, alas, where is Polonius?
In heaven. Send hither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not within the month, you will nose him as you go up the stairs in the lobby.
Go seek him there.
He will stay till ye come.
Hamlet, for thine especial safety, which we do tender as we dearly grieve for that which thou hast done, we must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore, prepare thyself. The bark is ready, the wind it help, the associates tend, and everything is bent for England.
For England?
Aye, Hamlet.
Good.
So is it if thou knewest our purposes?
I see a cherub that sees them. But come, for England. Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. For father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh. And so, my mother. Come for England.
I will not speak with her. She is one indeed distracted. Her mood would cease to be pitied. What would she have? She speaks much of her father, swears she hears there's tricks in the world, and hems and beats her heart. Indeed would make one think of the murky thought, though nothing short and much unhappily. Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some greatness. So full of artless jealousy is guilt it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
Summer has come and passed, the innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends.
Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song?
Say you may, pray you. Mark. Like my father's come to pass, 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Me, but Ophelia.
Pray you!
Mark. Here comes the rain.
Alas, look here, my lord.
Falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are.
How do you, pretty lady?
Well, God ill do. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table.
And seat upon her father.
Pray you, let's have no words of this. But when they ask you what it means, say you this. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost, wake me up when September ends.
How long hath she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep to think that they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night.
Her close, give her good watch, I pray you. Oh, this is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. First, her father slain, next your son gone. Poor Ophelia divided from herself in her fair judgment. Her brother is in secret come from France, and wants not buzzers to infect his ear with pestilent speeches of his father's death, where a necessity of matter beggared, will nothing stick our person to arraign in ear. O Gertrude, this, like to a murdering piece, in many places gives me superfluous death.
Alack, what noise is this?
Save yourself, my lord! The ocean, overbearing of his list, eats not the flats with more impetuous haste than young Laertes in a righteous head overbears your officers. The rabble call him lord. They cry, choose Lee, Laertes shall be king. Caps hands and tongues of blood into the clouds. Laertes shall be king. Laertes king.
How cheerfully on the false trail they cry.
Oh, thou vile king, give me my father!
Calmly, good Laertes.
A drop of blood that's calm proclaims me bastard, cries cuckold to my father, breads the harlot even here, between the chaste, unsmirched brow of my true mother.
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude. Do not fear our person. There such divinity doth hedge a king that treason can but peep to what it would acts little of his will. Tell me, Laertes, why thou art thus incensed. Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man.
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill.
How came he dead? I'll not be juggled with. To hell, allegiance. To this point I'll stand, let come what comes. Only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Good Laertes, if you desire to know the certainty of your father's death, is it written your revenge that swoopstake you will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser?
None but his enemies.
Will you know them then?
To his good friends thus wide I'll open my arms, and like the kind, life-rendering pelican, repast them with my blood.
Why now you speak like a good child and a true gentleman, that I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensible in grief for it. It shall as level to your judgment pierce as day does to your eye.
How now, what sound is that? Oh, you dry up my brain, tears 7 times salt, burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. Dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia.
Ring out the bells again, like we did when spring began. Wake me up when September ends. Very well, my dove.
Hast thou thy wits and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus.
Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars. Drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are.
This nothing's more than matter.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts.
Documented madness, thoughts and remembrances fitted.
There's fennel for you. And columbines. There's rue for you. And here's some for me. We may call it Herb Grace O Sundays. Oh, you must wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. Oh, bonny sweet robin is all my joy.
Thoughts and afflictions, passion, hell itself. She turns to favor into prettiness.
And will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, he is dead. Go to thy deathbed! He never will come again. His beard was as white as snow. All flaxen was his poll. He is gone! He is gone!
Do you see this? Oh, God.
Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. Go but apart, make choice of whom your wisest friends you will, and they will hear and judge twixt you and me, if by direct or by collateral hand they find us touched. We will our kingdom give, our crown, our life, and all that we can ours to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend your patience to us, that we may jointly labor with your soul to give it to content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral. No trophy, sword, nor hatchment o'er his bones. No noble right, nor formal ostentation. Cries will be heard from heaven to earth, that I must call it in question.
So you shall. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend. Sith you have heard him with a knowing ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
And so have I a noble father lost, a sister driven to desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back, stood challenge on mount of all the age for her perfections. But my revenge will come.
Break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger and think it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that I hope will teach you to imagine. How now, what news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, and that one to the queen.
From Hamlet. Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet. What should this mean? Are all the rest come back? Or is this some abuse and no such thing?
Know you the Ham?
'Tis Hamlet's character, naked, and in a postscript here he says alone. Can you advise me?
I am lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart to know I shall live and tell him to his teeth, thus didst thou.
If it be so, as how should it be so? How otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord. So you will not o'errule me to a peace.
To thine own peace. If he be now returned, as checking at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit, ripe in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death, no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled. The rather if you could devise it so that I may be the organ.
If all's right. Laertes, was your father dear to you? Or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Not that I think you did not love your father, but that I know love is begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof, time qualifies the spark and fire of it. But to the quick of the ulcer, Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son in deed more than in words?
Cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds. But Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returns shall know you are come home. We'll put on those shall praise your excellence, and set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring you in fine together, wager on your heads. He, being remiss, most generous and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought the unction of a mountebank so mortal that, but dip a knife in it, where it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples with virtue under the moon, can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I will touch my point with this contagion that, if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think of this. Weigh what convenience both of time and means may fit us to our shape. If we should fail, and that our drift look through our bad performance twere better not essayed. Therefore this project should have a back or second, that should hold if this should blast in proof. So, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunnings. I hat. When in your motion you are hot and dry, as make your doubts more violent to that end, and that he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce, whereon but sipping, if he by chance escapes your venom stuck, our purpose should hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe doth tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There is a willow, rose aslant a brook, that shows his poor leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples, which liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There on the pendant boughs her coronet weeds, clamoring to hang in envy's sliver broke, when that her reedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like, a while they bore her up, which times she chanted snatches of old tunes as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that state. But long could it not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Alas then, she is drowned. 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 Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. But yet it is her trick. Nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly deaths it.
Let's follow Gertrude. So much I had to do to calm his rage, now fear I this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making?
Wisdom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Is e'en so the hand of little employment hath the daintier sense?
Feed the pigs and milk the cow and milk the cow and milk the cow. Feed the pigs and milk the cow so early in the morning.
I will speak to this fellow.
Whose grave's this, sirrah?
Mine, sir. Tuck your leg up, Potty dear, I'm over here. Tuck your leg up, Potty dear, it's time to stop your yawning.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it. What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none. Neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir. But rest her soul. She's dead.
How absolute the knave is.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
In faith, if he be not rotten before he die. Here's a skull now. This skull has lain in the earth 320 years.
Whose was it?
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. He poured a flagon of Rhenish over my head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
Even that.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick.
I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, a most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now, how bored in my imagination it is. My gorge rips at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grin, quite chat-fallen. Now get you to my lady's chamber, and tell her, let her paint an inch thick. To this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked on this fashion in the earth?
Even so?
To what base uses we may return, Horatio. Why may not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander, till he find it stopping a bungle?
'Twere to consider too curiously to consider so. But soft, aside, here comes the king.
The queen, the courtiers, who's this they follow? How should we awhile and mark?
What ceremony else?
That is Laertes, a very noble youth, Mark.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far and large as we have warranties. Her death was doubtful, and But great power oversways the order. She should in ground unsanctified have lodged till the last trumpet for charitable prayers. Shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown on her. Yet here she is, allowed her virgin krantz, her maiden instruments, and the bringing home of bell and prayer.
Must no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the sanctity of the dead by to sing a requiem or rest unto her as we do peace-parted souls.
Lay her in the earth, whom her fair, unpolluted flesh may violet spring. I'll tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel will my sister be when thou liest howling.
What, the fair Ophelia?
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave.
Oh, treble woe, fall 10 times treble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth a while, till I've held her once more in mine arms. Now lay your dust upon the quick and dead, till of this flat a mountain you have made, or toppled Pelion, or the skyish head of blue Olympus.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? Whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well! I pray thee, take thy fingers from my throat! For though I am not splendid and rash, yet have I in me something dangerous, which let thy wiseness fear. Hold off thy hand! Pluck them asunder!
Hamlet! Hamlet!
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, match my sum. What will thou do for her?
Oh, he is mad, Laertes. For love of God, forbear him.
Show me what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would drink up Esel in a crocodile, I'll do it. Didst thou come here to whine? To outface me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I, all grant as well as thou.
This is mere madness. And thus a while the fit will work on him, anon, as patient as the female dove, when that her golden couplets are disclosed, his silence will sit drooping.
Hear you, sir. What is the reason you use me thus? I did love you ever, but 'tis no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech will put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then, in patience our proceeding be.
So much for this, sir. Now shall you see the other. You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord?
He that hath killed my king and whored my mother, thrown out his angle from my proper life, and was such cozenage, is not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm? It is not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come and further evil?
It must be shortly known to you from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim is mine, and a man's life no more than to say one. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause, I see the portraiture of his. I'll court his favors. But sure, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace. Who comes here?
Your lordship is right, and welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost know this waterfall?
No, my good lord.
Then thy state is the more gracious, for 'tis a vice to know him. He hath much land and fertile. Let a beast be lord of beasts, his cradle shall stand in the king's mess. 'Tis a trough, but, as I say, spacious in the possession of dirt.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it with all diligence of spirit.
My lord, the king bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter. You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess, lest I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon. But in the imputation laid on him by them in his mead he's unfellowed.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's 2 of his weapons.
Well, the king, sir, hath bade that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9, and it would come to immediate trial, if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial.
I will walk in these halls if it please his majesty. 'Tis the breathing time of day with me. Come, let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him, and I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I redeliver you e'en so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I have been at continual practice. I shall win at the odds. But thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good my lord. If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall the repair hither and say you are not fit.
Not a whit. We defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come, the readiness is all. Since no man has aught of what he leaves, what is to leave betimes?
Come, Hamlet, come. Take this hand from me.
Grant me pardon, sir, for I've done you wrong. But pardon it as you are a gentleman. What I have done, I here proclaim, was madness. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and well he's not himself does wrong Laertes, Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts, that I have shot mine arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. Yet in my terms of honor I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement, till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent for peace to keep my name ungored. But till that time, I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils, come on.
Come, one for me.
I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both, but since he is better, we have therefore odds.
This is too heavy. Let me see another.
This likes me well. These foils have all a length.
Aye, my good lord. Set me the stoops of wine upon that table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup a union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens to the earth. Now the king dunks to Hamlet. Come, begin, and you the judges bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
One,
Now, judgment.
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again.
Stay. Give me drink, Hamlet. This pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
I will play this bout first. Set it by one. Come. Another hit. What say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, wipe thy brow. The queen corroses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord, I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, let me wipe your face.
My lord, I will hit him now.
Nothing neither way.
How do you now?
How does the queen?
No, drink, oh my dear Hamlet, the drink I am poisoned.
No. Treachery. Let the doors be locked. Villainy, seek it up.
It is here. Hamlet, you are slain. No medicine in the world can do you good. In you there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in my hand, unbaited and envenomed.
The point envenomed too. Envenomed to thy work.
Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned dame. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
He is justly served. He is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee.
Then make thee free of it. I follow thee.
I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen adieu. Oh, good Horatio. What a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall live behind me.
Thou didst ever hold me in thy heart. Absent thee from felicity awhile. And in this harsh world, draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. For rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. And flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.